Hello, stampers and crafters. This is Kevon from ktstamps.com, creating cards for you. And today is going to be a recorded version of Throw the Dice Thursday because I'm having surgery today. This is for serious. No more cat bites, no more nothing. So I am letting you know that it is gonna happen. These are what we threw the dice for last time. Paper piercing, fun fold, sympathy, bling, and neutrals. Didn't hit them all. You know me, I am the worst at following along. Did not hit the neutrals. Went with a little more in colors on the first card. You know, Regals on the second card. Did hit the sympathy. Did hit the bling. Did hit the paper piercing, but the paper piercing was all about just cutting with details on them. And then every card is a fun fold. So we're going to get ourselves started right now. This is our first card. And it's something that I just really wanted to do. I just had fun doing it. And I am using the Inspiring Snapdragons. And this is a beautiful set. It has wonderful stamps, but then again, it has these incredible die cuts. Love them. So I use the outline, and with the outline, I brought in the 24-26 in color designer series paper. I went with Pretty in Pink. You can almost see on one side it has all these dots, and on the other side it has this detail. Now think about that in Pretty in Pink. All right, otherwise I went monochromatic with just Pretty in Pink. So I die cut out the backs with the Pretty in Pink in color designer series paper. And then I use the detailed stamps just in Pretty in Pink, and I put that over top of them, as you can see. All right, this is taken from the Glimmer paper, the in color Glimmer paper. So it's a in color Glimmer specialty paper. And I cut out the little dragonflies that are, there he is, that are right here. All right, so that's how I did everything. So I'm gonna show you, oh, I haven't even showed you yet, using the Pretty in Pink bordered ribbon. And this is what the card looks like. And I just put So Sorry on the front, and then I left it blank because I didn't know, you know, whether you wanted to put something on the inside or just writing. So that's what we're doing today. Now, some people are going to ask about my fingernail. Oh my God. My chickens are pecking at one another, and so a friend of mine said, put some food coloring on their head. Well, I put food coloring on their head, and I got it all over this nail. This one has just a little bit, but otherwise my hands were full. So I'm bringing in my handy dandy Victor easy to read ruler. This is the best. Oh my God. You got to get one of these. It has the centimeters at the bottom, but then again, it also has the 8th, the 16th, the 1/4, but it's readable. That's the best part. You can read it, finally. And then I have everything ready for us to put together. So the first thing we are going to do is we are going to, I think I'm going to go towards the inside. We are going to go down 2 1/2 inches. And then because this is scored at 4 1/4, we'll use the 4 1/4 down to the 2.5 inches. That's why this is perfect for it. Then we are going to bring in our what am I doing? We're going to bring in the, what is this called? Trimmer. And from about 4 1/4, we are going to go all the way over to 2.5. Then we're going to turn it around the other way. We're going to then go to 1 1/4, and we are going to cut down to, we'll get the right one. We are going to cut down to 2.5. All right, so that takes care of everything. And now I just have to go in and erase these. Now, I don't know how much you can see. On the sides, there are little indents. You can just kind of see it right there. And the indents lets you know where you are on the trimmer. Now, I put a white piece of paper to the back so then I could see where 1 inch is, where 1 1/4, 1 1/2, 1 3/4, and 2 inches are. So that's what I did all the way down. So it was easier for me to see when I did my cutting. All right, and again, it's on both sides. So if you're going down to a 3 where you have this line, then you can see 3 all the way across, okay? But the 2.5 is just right in the middle, and you don't see anything on either side. So that's what I use. All right, so that's gonna start us off. And just take that away. I'm also going to bring out my adhesive eraser because it does not leave as many dark marks as the other one does. Okay, so that's our first thing. So we're going to build from the inside out. And we are going to bring a piece of our Pretty in Pink. And then we're going to bring a piece of our Basic White. So I am bringing Basic White in to be the top layer. And I'm sorry, my cat is in the background and she is thinking she wants to be in the picture pretty badly. All right, so again, I just put a little bit of tape on for the corners. So if you want to rip that out and add your own inside after you take a look at this or received it from me, that's the best thing to do. I'm going to go all the way because it seems like lots of people have white cardstock. Not a lot have the Pretty in Pink, and it all goes together nicely. So I am just putting that on, so there's about 1/4 of an inch all the way around. All right, then I'm going to bring in all of these, and these are what I die cut. These other ones are the pieces that are the details of each. And I'm sorry, I did not do a very good job of getting rid of all the little pieces. And there, I should have one more. All right, so we're going to start with our Tombow glue. And all I'm going to do, once I get it started, is just kind of add dots. And I'm adding dots to places where they're on the outside, and then they're also in the middle. So the middle will get everything, it'll hold everything down, and then the outside I'm just getting a little bit, because I don't mind if some of these are floating just a little bit. And this is to the small. All right. And so all I'm going to do is pick this up and put it on the small. There we go. The liquid glue just gives me a minute to be able to move it around, position it where I want it. So again, I'm coming on the outside, doing a drop. Outside, this is a bigger area, so I can add just a little more on the bigger area. And again, I'm not hitting everything. This one has just a little more space that I can add glue. And boy, I got a nice little glob right there. And I am not trying to squeeze this very much at all, because I really don't want it all over the place. But you know, if you get it all over the place, then take your embossing buddy and dot. Okay, give it a nice little pat. There you go. And then my last one is the big one. And when you're looking at these, you will be able to see that there's a difference between the smooth side and kind of a, I don't know what you would call this. It kind of has edges, and it's just the reverse side of the die cuts. On the paper, you can kind of feel some ridges. On these, you can't. It just looks like it's not as smooth as it is on the front. So that's the part that you want to adhere, and let the smooth part be to the front. Okay, so this is my last one, and I'm putting it on the big one. And I'm just trying to get some color in between here, so it looks like I have some white with the pink. All right, so that's the biggest thing that I am doing. So now I am just going to take this, and I'm just going to add it on to the back of the inside of the card. And this, I am going to put a little bit towards the side, so then when I close it, the top part is covered by this flap. All right. Yay! So now we're going to get ready a little bit on the card itself. Let me see where my... Oh, there we are. I'm just going to pull this down. Again, I like using my silicone pad because it's easy to pull. And now I'm just putting this on, trying to make sure that I have it as even as possible. Then I have my basic white. And it's going on my Pretty in Pink. Don't be surprised if the cat's up here in a minute. Boy, she is just making her way. Her name is CT. So she's making her way to the camera. So now the next thing that I'm going to do is just put this on the card, and I'm going to try to center it. But remember, you only want to adhere the bottom half. So I'm going to kind of give myself a little bit of a where my thumb is. And I'm using just the mono because I know that it will, you know, adhere the white, the basic white, to the bottom, and the pretty in pink to the bottom of the flap. Now, I just had that, where, you know, this place is so small that I can't believe I lose things. So anyway, I am looking for my adhesive, there it is, my adhesive eraser, because I have some marks on this and I want to get rid of them. Okay, from here then, I'm bringing in my beautiful Snapdragons, and I'm just going to add some liquid glue on this. And I'm just going to put this up towards the top, because at the bottom I'm going to have the sentiment. And this is the medium one. And we are going again just to add a little bit of glue, kind of like you're coloring outside the lines. And it's so much fun. And then I'm going to add that on. And I'm just going to take this towards the outside, leaving some space up here at the top. Then I've put some foam adhesive sheets on the back of this. And this is where what I'm using, the stitched part is what I'm using as my paper piercing. Okay, so I have that. I've already tied my bow. So I'm bringing in my glue dot, pressing that up against the top. Should have probably done it the other direction. All right, and here we go. We have that. And then there was a lot of white space, so I really wanted to clean up the white space. So I just got my glue dots and I just put them at the middle of the back. And that's how I adhered them to the oops. This does not want to come off very much. There we go. And then I just adhered them to the back of the dragonflies. And then my card was complete. Isn't this beautiful? It's just letting somebody know. And I felt this was enough glimmer that I did not have to add any type of jewels to this at all. So this is what both cards look like. Aren't they beautiful? I love them. Just so much fun. Okay, so that's our first set. Our second card looks like this. And then you open it. Okay, and it has a place where if you want to write in here, you have this. You can also put a white piece on the back of the card. But I just thought it was so absolutely beautiful. Now, I did not tell you that on the last card, This die cut came from the designer tags, and this is the tag that I used. I love this. I just think this is such a beautiful set. So then, with the other set, we have this Thoughtful Design, which is Specialty Designer Series paper. Now, this is the one that I used, and it's like almost to me a ombre, but it's an ombre that kind of bleeds into different colors. So this one looks like it starts off at Lost Lagoon, and it looks like it goes into some type of pretty peacock. All right, the same with this. It's almost like it comes off from one of our, you know, pink colors down to one of our bluish, more bluish pink colors. So I love that, and that's one of the reasons that I chose this paper to work with. Loveliest tree, okay, on the inside is sending heartfelt sympathy. On the front is holding you close to my heart, and I also used the die from the Enduring Beauty. This is Pretty Peacock and Gold Ribbon, and it looks like this. Love this. I just think this is beautiful. All right, and I think that is everything that I need, except for this, bringing this in. All right, so we're going to get started with everything. I have everything already stamped because I wanted it to go just a little bit faster. And this time, what I am going to do is bring in our Simply Score. And I love this. This is going to represent this piece that I have right here. Remember, all the dimensions are on my blog, www.ktstamps.com. So that's where I have everything. We're going to start off with this piece, and we are going to score at 3 1/4 and 6 1/2. Now it looks like it's 9 3/4 by 4 1/4. So that's where it is. Again, 3 1/4 and 6 1/2. That's where we're scoring. All right, and now we are just going to give it a good crease. Give it a good crease. I want to make sure that it lines up just a little bit better. There we go. All right, and it's going to sit and open up. All right, so try not, well, you can get it both ways. You just wanna, the hard part is that this bottom piece will land the wrong way. So you really wanna turn it over so this piece goes on the bottom piece goes on your card, and the top piece will fold over. All right, so anyway, it looks like a Z, backward Z. Okay, bottom, middle, top piece. So we are going to bring everything in, and this will go together pretty fast. As soon as you cut everything, oh my God, it goes together easily. Bring back in my beautiful silicone pad. All right, and this is going to go on here. This will go on the bottom. So you really want to make sure, I'm going to bring in my Stampin' Seal Plus, because I want it to, oops, make sure that it stays. You know, sometimes when you do this is why I have a hard time with the Stampin' Seal Plus. It seems like it gets stuck a lot. And so I've torn my paper a couple of times trying to get it to stick. Okay, I love that. So what I'm doing now instead is that I'm just going to bring in my, you can either use tear and tape too, but I am just going to adhere these down too. So I have to do a little bit of doctor work. There we go. And just make sure there's a little more. Adhesive on this. Bringing this in, I want to try to make sure that I get it centered. Again, top and open up. And I'm just hoping that it's centered. Okay. So from here, we are putting this inside, doing our little friendly, so your friend can take out this and add it to their own card, add a new piece to their own card. And then we can add these two, which make the top. I don't know why I can use the seal but not use the Seal Plus. That happens to me a lot, and I really don't understand what I do wrong. I tried different angles, and if you guys have any tricks, please let me know. All right, and we are just going to put this on about 1/8 of an inch all the way around. When I stamped holding you close to my heart, I stamped over to the right side. I'm going to put this in the middle of the card, but a little bit towards the right, so then when you add this to the top part, then your eye kind of goes all the way across the card. I'm just going to leave it. Just going to leave it. But you want your eye to travel. There you go. And then these are some old basic rhinestone jewels, and they measure, the top ones measure the same as the little ones, and I think I went with the bigger ones. So I'm trying to get rid of these. They are taking forever. Before Stampin' Up put these on retirement, I went out and bought too many, like 20. Too many of these. So I have a lot. So these are my 2 cards that I created today. Aren't they beautiful? I love them. I just think they are so attractive. And then these are my So Sorry cards. So that's everything that I did today. I love these. And what I will do is I will score these again so this one doesn't pop up. It'll lay as flat as this one does. All right. Oh my God, this has been so much fun. Fun folds that are different. I love that. So now we need to get ourselves ready. This may be a little bit off because I don't know how my recovery will turn out, but I'm hoping that things are going to go well. Please send blessings, good things out to the universe, prayers just for my recovery. I really appreciate that from everyone. So let's see what's going to happen. Wow, I'm just going to stay with them. We have embellishments, regals, layers, thanks, and adding foil, DSP, etc. Oh, God, you guys, this has been so much fun. So have a great weekend. And I hope to see you soon. Thank you again for everything. Thank you for coming into my stamp room. Thank you for sharing your time with me. And again, my name is Kevon. Yes, it's a mother made up name. I am from ktstamps.com and I love creating cards for you. Please remember that you can take the dice and create whatever you want on Facebook. Put your cards down below. Love to see cards. Put your cards down below and show me what you created on YouTube. Subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much, you guys. Take care. Bye-bye.